Greetings to the 13 tribes of Israel scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the awesome fiery name of Abba Yahuwah Elohim. This is the awesome fiery name that is above all name, eternal. Shabbat Shalom, much love, and much prosperity attend you formally, for you are the only reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahweh saith unto Yehukanah the Revelator, seal not the prophecies of this book, for the time is simply near. Exactly what we are doing here formally, decoding end times, prophecies, signs, dreams, in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the blessed returning of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due eternally all worship, praise, service, honor, glory, riches, power, wealth, to the glory of His magnificent Abba Yahuwah, the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, to the Ruach HaKodesh. To the Ruach HaKodesh. To the Ruach HaKodesh. Yes, the very DNA, the fire, the true essence of Abba Yahuwah, the no-go area, they don't touch me there, the unpardonable part of Abba Yahuwah. That is to say, don't blaspheme. That should be the fear of Abba Yahuwah in all living. He gave you some part, and he refused to give some parts. Of course, you are, and the same, likewise me. There are areas you can touch me, and there are also some part you can't touch me as a human. And that we just found in Abba Yahuwah, in the Ruach HaKodesh area, don't just dare. Simply make killing. Blasphemy, he said no forgiveness. And when he said it, he meant it. But what about the other part? 99.9% of the Yahuwah is so caring and so lovely, which is also the Ruach HaKodesh, the very power He assigned to teach you, to comfort you, your best friend, very close to you, to tell you facts, everything Abba Yahuwah wrote about you in the heavenly tablets. He is the one to make it so clear on you. He is the one to bathe you, to remove every feces from you and clothe you with a white garment. Hey, He is the one to prepare you for the wedding banquet. He is the Ruach HaKodesh. Ribababasi Kayaba. That is the glorified body. Is over there waiting for you. The rapture, or rather, alias, rapture. He's so lovely. Abba Yahuwah, I thank you for giving us your spirit, for you have not left us without your word and also without your spirit. I love you. I love you. Thank you for giving me your spirit. Yes, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped, praised, honored, served, loved, right in the temple of your eternal handmaid, your very Isha. For you are my eternal Abba and also my husband. I just love you, Abba. You gave me all. You gave me your word. You gave me your spirit. And you also give me yourself. That is so wonderful. I am so glad that Yahuwah love me. Yahuwah love me. Yahuwah love me. I am so glad that Yahuwah love me. I am so blessed that He loved me. I am so favored that He loved me. I am so honored that He loved me. I am so glad that Yahuwah love me. Yahushua love me. Ruach HaKodesh love me. I am so glad that Yahuwah, oh, love me. I am so blessed that He loved me. I am so favored that He loved me. Yes, Abba. I am so honored that Yahuwah loved me. He loved me. Hallelujah. I love you, Abba. Thank you. Thank you. Angels are singing. You are worthy, Abba. Yes, they are singing. You are worthy, Abba. Your choosing are singing. You are worthy, Abba. We are singing. You are worthy, Abba. Your people are singing. You are worthy, Abba. They are singing. You are worthy, Abba. You are worthy. You are worthy, Abba. Orobosikayaba. Love you, Abba. All right, now, family, with things being said, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this powerful message titled For You and Me. TB Joshua was a lying spirit. He is in hell, not in heaven. The more you liars says he is in heaven, the more he is tormented. That is the pay. You are giving this man much pay. Can I take it again? TB Joshua was a lying spirit. He is in hell, not heaven. The more you liars says he is in heaven, the more he is tormented. Did you just get that? When you begin to lie, you see TB Joshua in the sky, crying out diamonds in his eyes. The other one said he saw TB Joshua like a balloon or like a moon. And something came to carry him into the cloud, into heaven. And the other one also said TB Joshua tuberculosis also said that he is with his father. You people shouldn't be crying because he's rejoicing over here. Hey, what have the other one also said he also saw TB Joshua carried by 6 angels. That is the mark of the beast. These people, they are speaking in code. They are speaking in the language of their father. The other one also says saw TB Joshua carried by 4 angels. Even in his grave, this man's spirit, this man's wicked spirit is still lying. So he was a lying spirit. Never in no heaven, but buried in the lake of fire. Okay, the more you liars keep saying all this nonsense, the more he gets tormented. I saw it so clear. You're not going to believe it. And I'm not here to praise you. I am so glad that Yahuwah, oh, love me. Yahushua, love me. Ruach HaKodesh, love me. I am so glad that Yahuwah, love me. I am so blessed that He loved me. I am so favored that He loved me. I am so honored that He loved me. He loved me. He loves me so much. It's not He that wills, nor He that ranks. It is Yahuwah that shows what mercy. So what we want to look into here today, or rather what Abba Yahuwah brought to the table, he is doing this just for the sake of the elect, because His Son is about to come. And this one is a message that carries a huge purifying effort to purify the elect. This wicked man, TB tuberculosis, succeed, in pouring that nonsense diseases into to deceive you, to give you false prophecy. Come on now. He kills more fast than coronavirus. He pollutes from the inner being Okay, so we have two characteristics of TB Joshua double-faced lies. TB Joshua was a liar and he also make a lie. Did you get that? He lies. He didn't just end it there, and he also make a lie. To make a lie is different from being a liar. You will lie and you will make a lie. So first of all, I want to look what is lie, how dangerous it is in your soul. What is going to happen to you when you get your spirit filled with a lying spirit? How many times, according to the Royal Law Statute, yes, governing system, how many times do a prophet need to miss just one prophecy before he gets stoned? Okay, let me put it clear. How many times should a prophet prophesy lies before he gets stoned? Just one time. Only one time. When you miss it just one time, you will be killed. Now, we are not in the Holy Land, and nobody is going to get him stoned, but he will be stoned by heaven himself. So, only one prophecy, you missed it. That shows unclean spirit, lying spirit, lazy, you deceiving spirit, lays inside of you. Then how many can we count? Can we start counting how many false prophecy this guy gave that never come to pass? I have 10. That is class of witness. 10, 10, 10, 10, including the one he deleted. I am so glad that Yahuwah loves me. Yahushua love me. Ruach HaKodesh love me. I am so glad that Yahuwah love me. I am so blessed that he loved me. I am so favored that he loved me. Yes, I am so honored. Now Yahuwah loved me. He loved me so much. And he also taught me how to love him back. And what could that be? Very simple. If you love me, keep my commandments. John 14:15. And John 14:24 said, he that loved me not can't keep my commandment. I love him in return, and that is why I keep his commandment. So let's start working our way into this wonderful segment today. So we start working our way right from the new covenant way down to the old covenant. First John, I know this one is so popular, everybody is familiar with this, but nobody is really looking into what it is. You know, the weight it carries, the judgment it carries. Listen now, First John chapter 4, verses 1. Beloved, I'm speaking to the elect, okay? Believe not every spirit. Joshua, Temitope, Fatayo Balogun were a lying spirit. Don't believe that spirit, okay? It tells too much lies. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits to know whether they are from Yahuwah, because many false prophets are gone out into the world to do what? To deceive people. To do what? To make a lie. And to lie and to make a lie. And we found this guy to be the most powerful one of it, followed by TB Josh, what they call him? John Cecily says. That one, another wicked lying spirit. This are lying spirit, okay? So I want to try now. I want to test the spirit of TB tuberculosis. Even in his grave, I'm still laying curses upon that man. In fact, it's already in fire, okay? I saw it too clear. In fact, the day he died, I went ahead, I said, Father, I want to see where that man is. I make that prayer, heaven is my witness. I say, put hammer in my hand. Even in the grave, I'm still going to use hammer to scatter his head because this man liked too much. I said, I'm still going to release hammer and tear his head into pieces. Then the Holy Spirit now said unto me, if you see TB Joshua, you can't even recognize him. When he brought him to me, it was just like a fish you put inside fire. The fish gets dried and burnt. You can't even, in fact, me, I run for my life. I run for my life. Who told you fire is not existing? Hellfire got 7 compartments. I did that message already about a few days ago, or last week or so. 7 compartments, and the 7th of it is the link of fire. Everything exists already. It's just the final finishing. That every other 5 or 6 part of her will be thrown into fire. Okay, will be thrown into fire. Fire is to swallow every other part. Depends on your wickedness. When your sin is not too much, though it's also a sin, you go into toilet, or you go into poropoto, like a river, dirty water, or you go into wilderness. There's also wilderness in here, or you go into ice. A place. When I saw it all, just like snow. It's also in the visions of Apostle Shehu. I once saw this. When I come in contact with this vision, I say, wow, I bet Yehovah don't lie now. Mm-mm. This is so powerful. It confirms every vision I saw about her. Okay. Therefore, there's also another part, oven, just like oven. Then there's also another part. What was the other part? Bottomless pit himself. Fallen angels are over there. The angel that needs to return back for the final battle of Armageddon. And the fire is to consume every other six part. And now again, there is also, anyway, let me drop that. But I just point out the seven dangerous part. The most dangerous part of it is fire. TB Joshua was there. I couldn't even recognize. He said you can't even recognize. So when he took that flesh, and the spirit cast into fire. It is a light spirit. And you see, his spirit is still lying everywhere. How many prophecies he missed? Let's start working it out now. I don't know if you can see this well. You can box it, all the verses of first prophets, a prophet, and the consequences, their judgment. Okay, maybe later I will be calling it out for you. That you can just go and do your study and see the punishment that follows. You missed just one prophet. You are a goner. Prophecy. You are a goner. Matthew chapter 23. In order for you not to be said, that is Old Testament. Okay, because I know Christians, they are fond in doing that. Listen at Matthew chapter 23, verses 1 through 3 or so. Then spake Yahushua to the multitude and say to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' what seat? We are going to sit now in Moses' seat. Okay, listen to what he asks us to be doing. If they sit in the seat of Moses, okay, listen, verses 3. Oh, not some part. Oh, therefore, whatsoever they told you to observe, that observe and do whatsoever. As far as they sit in Moses, sit everything they tell you to do, just do it, because Moses seat simply means the law. But do not ye after their works, for they say, and do not. They preach the law of Moshe, but yet they don't keep to the law of Moshe. But as they sit, carry the law of Moshe, Moses, and begin to teach you the Torah, okay, the Tanakh, the Old Testament. That is the very foundation of the New Testament. The Old Testament is also the New Testament. Just that the New Testament now came to make the Old Testament so broad and clear unto us. Now it said, where the Pharisees and the scribes, the teachers of the law, sit on that seat, the law, everything they told you to do, come on and just do that. But their own lifestyle, you don't practice it, okay, because they preach it to you, but they are not doing it. So now can we go to Moses' seat? No, before we go to Moses' seat, we want to see the implication of lie. What is lie doing to you when it enters your spirit? When you take that junks into your spirit, what is it going to do? It's going to contaminate everything in you. It's a killer. It's going to kill everything around you when you take lies into you. Okay, the most popular one. You see, I put all the scriptures, all the preachers, excuse me. When you also go to Google, you're going to see it over there. I just bring out 4 or 5, because it's an act of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Every testimony will be established. I go further. I'm going to deliberate or liberate on, because I won't be able to tell it all. But I just want to stick with this very one I brought out. I got 10. But I can't address it all. Listen now, John chapter 8. I want to see what light does to you when it comes to you. John chapter 8, verses 32 to 34. And ye shall know the truth. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So right now, what is the opposite of truth? Lies. So right now, for truth to carry out deliverance to you, what binds you? You were being fed with lies. A thing that is not falsehood. Listen. And then they answered him, we be Abraham's seed, and we are never in no bondage. So lie is going to put you in bondage. To any man, yes, the man of sin. How sayest thou, ye shall be made free for what? And Yehoshua answered them, saying, Verily, verily, I say unto you, moreover, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. What is sin? Sin simply means breaking the royal law. First John chapter 3, verses 4. That is the only definition of sin. You break the royal law. Like TB Joshua keep breaking the law, lying with the coming against people with false and unclean spirits. Okay. So now, lie is going to put you in bondage. Lie is going to put you in bondage. Let's put some up. Let's see what lies does. It's going to put you in severe bondage. Listen now. Tehelims, best known as Psalms, chapter 58, verses 3 to 4. The wicked are entangled from the womb. They go astray as soon as they been born, speaking lies, because that is who they are. See what their lies do. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Did you get that? Lie is going to bite you. A poison is a, it said their poison, the poison of lie, is like the poison of a serpent. When serpent bites you, it kills right away. They are like the cobra. Okay, snakes. When it dispatches that lies, you are a goner. And this is the reason why we are doing this, okay, is for eternal state, okay, is for home of eternity's sake. Ezekiel chapter 14, verses 10. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity, the punishment of the false prophet. Okay, let me take it again. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. What is iniquity? Lawlessness. What is lawlessness? Breaking the royal law. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. So the punishment of the false prophet is also going to be the same punishment of you that seek after him and that believe in him and that take that junks into your spirit. Now the day TB Joshua releases all these chains or clasps of false prophecy that didn't come to pass, people believe it. And he said the same punishment I'm going to run down to TB Joshua is the same. I will give unto you because you believe that now says. So that is the danger in it. That you're going to be sharing, you're going to be a partaker from their punishment as soon as you believe that unclean, because it's going to come into you. Listen now, Jeremiah, best known as Jeremiah, chapter 16, verses 19. O Yehovah, my strength, my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles, TB Joshua is Gentile, okay? Listen and see what TB Joshua inherited from the serpent himself. Where am I? 19, I should be reading earlier, verses 19. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. What you inherit as Christian is this total vanity. It is a lie because they keep rewarming lies, keep it song, and all this, they are nonsense practices. It is a lie. He said, therefore, the reason why you're going to come to our Yahuwah, it is because we are speaking. It is because we are exposing the false prophet. It is because we are letting you know the danger in it. There are some that say, listen to this message today. Therefore, even though you were once born Gentile, you're going to return to the Almighty Yahuwah of Yisrael, whom you call Israel. Okay? He said, because they're going to come from the four corners of the earth and say, and cry unto our Yahuwah and say, we have inherited lies from our forefathers. And this thing we are teaching on, they were all vanity and there is no profit. TB Joshua is gone, eternal. Don't believe this message until the judgment day. You're going to see him as he is. So let's see the people that is not coming in. the people that is being disqualified not to enter heaven. Who are they? He said, anyone that do this, you can't enter heaven. Listen. Revelation 21, verses 8. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the link which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Come on now, TB Joshua is already in the second death. Let just okay. You said Abisola on is not clear unto you. The other one, Paul, whatever, is not clear unto you. The Cameroon guy is not clear unto you. How many more than 5, 6 South Africa complained also how they maltreated them. Those are not clear unto you. Bisola is not clear unto you, really. But don't tell me this false prophet, TB Joshua released to the whole world, is not so clear to you. Don't tell me COVID-19 prophecy is not clear unto you. Don't tell me Donald Trump prophecy is not clear unto you. Don't tell me Hair Malaysia that disappears is not clear unto you. Don't tell me Argentina president that he said she go for operation, she's going to die, and this woman went into operation and came out alive. And don't tell me that one is not so clear unto you. And don't also dare tell me that Chibok guess is not also clear unto you. Don't, because he said immediately if he is a prophet, he even place a curse upon himself. If he is a prophet, he said immediately they go to the guest, Chibok guest, Chibok guest will return complete or harmed. Where are they? Don't tell me all this one is not clear unto you. Don't just tell me. There are some governor, he will also make all this nonsense. In fact, he also make prediction in this Buhari regime. That was about 2 years ago. Don't tell me all this is not clear unto you. Don't just tell me, okay? And if you also want to say one kind of nonsense and say, oh no, the dead and leave the dead alone, if you ever dare talk about Nebuchadnezzar again, you will meet Nebuchadnezzar in the grave. If you ever dare talk about Pharaoh, Jezebel, Delilah, all these wicked people in the Bible, because they are all dead now, if you ever then mention their name again in your mouth, you will enter fire right away. You want me, TB Joshua. The punishment of TB Joshua is also going to be your punishment in Yahweh's mighty name. If you dare say that nonsense and say don't talk to the dead. Pharaoh is gone. Why are you still talking about him? Goliath is gone. We even use that to pray. Why are you still talking about him? Jezebel, Delilah, what about Delilah? All these wicked, Ahab, all these wicked people in the Bible, if you dare talk about their name again, you will go and meet TB Joshua where he is. So we see people that is not coming in already. Liars, you're going to have your part in the link of fire that burneth with brimstone. Now Revelation 22 verses 15, he stated it again over here. For without, that is outside heaven, without, you are not coming in. For without are dogs and sorceries. Who are dogs? Also Gentile. We see that in Matthew chapter 6. Matthew chapter 7 verses 6. It said, don't give what is holy to dogs and pork. Don't. It's also Gentiles again. And sorceries, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. TB Joshua prophesied lies, and he also maketh a lie. So we'll see how he maketh a lie. You see the lie he told already. How he also make a lie. We'll put that as we keep writing on. So now let's go to Deuteronomy. All this class of weakness of being a false prophet is not clear to you. You will meet him. Go and meet him where he is. Now I want to sit down on Moses 6, okay? The very criteria. He himself also quoted this very part. I want to read unto you Deuteronomy 28, Deborah 18, not 28, 18 verses 18 also through, or should we, no, 20, 20 to 22, listener. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, a word, no words, okay, just singular, I'm sorry, in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet should die. Should we quickly put this? Let me tell you, the day TB Joshua began to make just one lie. That was the give just one false prophet. That was the day he died. That was the day he entered his second death punishment. Now, I think I'm going to be quoting this. I'm not going to be reading it. The part that says, even though you live, but you are dead already. Revelation, where is it? Quickly, let me put that before we keep ready. Excuse me. He said, when you make an utterance, the very one didn't give to you, he said you must die. Because he can't give you lie. Revelation 3 verses 1. And to the angel of the congregation inside his right. This thing says he who has the seven spirits of Jehovah and the seven stars. I know your works, that you have a name, that you are alive, but you are dead. You are a goner already. You can take it down to 3. You can also read the Luke, the prodigal son, 15, verses 24. He was alive, but he was there. What makes him die? He's separate from his father's house. So what is it? What is death in a nutshell? Is to separate. It simply means separation from Jehovah, eternal. And when you also read where is it? 1 Timothy chapter 5, verses 6. He said, he that live in pleasure, you are dead already, though you live, but you are a goner. So the day this man missed just one prophecy, that was the day he was being stoned by the angel of Jehovah, who also smoting Herod, the false god. Even Donald Trump, that doesn't even know anything about Bible, he even still call him false prophet. My first task is to deal with that black fake prophet. He is going to face serious consequences. Did you get that? This is a nonsense prophecy. When he now see that this guy won, he immediately deleted this, but we saved it already. Even the video, I saved it already because I know he was also lying again. So the day he makes a prophecy, that was the day he died. We were all waiting for manifestation. Listen at Deuteronomy 18, we take 20 again. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word, just single, in my name, which I have not commanded him. So how do we know he didn't command TB tuberculosis? That's what we are going into now, which I have not commanded him, or that he shall speak in the name of other gods. Even that prophet shall die. Later, the day he started lying, that was the day he was a goner, 21. And if thou shalt say in the heart, how shall we know the word which Yahweh had not spoken? How are you going to know? Listen. When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, which means to say, there are things, like TB Joshua will be prophesying for politicians, footballers, unbelievers. No, prophecy is meant for believer. That number one doesn't follow. You will be prophesying for footballer. What football has to do with prophecy? 1 Corinthians chapter 14 make it so clear that prophecy is for the believers, to encourage and to empower one another. While tongues is a sign for the unbeliever. Could you believe this guy said it's irrelevant to speak in tongues? We are coming to that. And the food you are eating, you are eating your destiny. We are also coming to that. And this guy is also engaged to wedding, including his own daughter. TB Joshua have never done no wedding in his ministry, Kovu. Neither did he also attend his own daughter because that one break covenant. We'll also look into that. Now let's focus on where we are reading. You see? How are you going to know? Listen. If he followed not, when I begin to see his prophesy for footballer, I say, hey, this was serious, eh? Listen now. When a prophet speaketh in the name of Yahweh, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which Yahweh had not spoken. Then who did? The lying spirit. Who did? John 8:44 said, you are of your father, the devil, and the will of your father you will do. He is a liar and a father of all liars. TB Joshua told the wide world lies. I'm not the one saying it. What he came from his mouth, he told the wide world lies. Chibok girls never returned. Argentina president, he said Argentina president shouldn't go for operation. That when she goes, she will not come and she's going to die. He predicted death for that woman. Meanwhile, that woman now went into operation and succeeded, came out alive. It was on breaking news. Then, COVID-19, March 27. What a shame on you people. You believe in this nonsense? Hair Malaysia that disappeared. Oh no. He said the problem is going to be detected. Right. Assuming he's not coming out to claim honor, to claim I prophesy. Hair Malaysia, he run out to claim I prophesize it. But you said the problem is going to be no. And you said the crash is going to take place right away in the airport as soon as they move. But the truth of that matter is that no, that plane never crashed. It disappeared. It disappeared. Up to today. Up to today. How many? I count for you. These are all his faith prophecy. You see? I know you don't like this. Only for elect, okay? Only for the elect. If in any way you have believed in this nonsense prophecy of this man, whether the one that come to pass or the one that didn't come to pass, it is time for you to throw it out, vomit it out, in order for you not to be a partaker of his punishment. Because the more you keep saying this nonsense ascending to heaven, the more he keep get tortured, keep being tormented. Now, we see already at count 5 that failed. Okay, very popular one. He also put his filthy mouth on the Buhari, presidencies. I think how many years ago? He also told, he said, I see new Nigeria, the old Nigeria. That is how he professed. He now use Connie, crooked serpent, and said, I see a new Nigeria, because I said the old one, he said they are now in the bridge. We want to cross over to the new Nigeria. We want to leave the old Nigeria behind and cross over to the new Nigeria. Who was the new Nigeria? The young, the show were also. Who was the old Nigeria? Buhari regime. We still got it. In fact, when they listed people, all the prophets that also prophesied those nonsense, TB Joshua was also there. Can we also, of course, I counted 6. I have 10. I put the most, because the other governor also prophesied, so that one never win. Oh my Abba. Now, so Abba Yewa said, if the thing follow not or come to pass, he said that is the word. That is the thing. Abba, you see, it says singular. If you prophesy a thing and it didn't come to pass, that is the thing Abba Yewa had not spoken. The who did, you want to see who did. Revelation 16, 13 through 14. And I saw 3 unclean spirits. It's unclean spirit, okay? Like frogs from come out of the mouth of the dragon. This is his father that spoke through him. Out of the mouth of the beast. And out of the mouth of the false prophet. Though this false prophet is also going to be doing miracle. Listen on 14. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world. It is to TB Joshua defies the whole world. The whole world. TB Joshua polluted it with his dragonic power, beast power. Him, the false prophet, carry this unclean spirit. So when he's speaking to you and you believe that prophecy, whether he follows or not, whether he come to pass, because Yahweh don't lie. As soon as we see sometimes you are a guesser, sometimes you also say something will come to pass, and sometimes you also prophesy something will not come to pass. That simply means unclean spirit lives in you, which is the dragon, which is the beast. It lives in you because they are the one that will guess it today, tomorrow they will miss it. That is a call to attention and say, look into this man. Unclean spirit is working in him. Now, when you see what is coming out from the mouth of the false prophet, what is that? What was that? Flog, uncleanness. Uncleanness. What is coming out from the mouth of believers? You also see that in Acts of Apostles chapter 2. Fire. Fire. No one that stand in the ways of fire. When we say go, it comes to pass. Because it's fire. They said the word of Abba when say fire. It's a fire. Now the unclean spirit flog. Where you also read the Exodus chapter 8, you're going to see unclean. It simply means to defies you. It simply means Yahweh's judgment. Because when you believe in it, flog will jump out of it. That flog is going to mesmerize. It's going to pollute your totality. Because you believe in it. The flog is jumping out. And that was what Abba also used to judge Pharaoh. Flogs everywhere. Because you believe that, let's get started. Flog everywhere. It's going to defy you. It's going to pollute you. They are unclean spirit that lives in the dry land. And when you also read Isaiah chapter 6, you're going to see that Prophet Isaiah himself was also, living in some kind of uncleanness. What did he do? When he saw Yahweh, what did he do before Yahweh started using him to prophesy? He never prophesied with unclean lips. No. What did he do? Abayawa opened his eyes. He saw, he said, hey, I am undone. I am with unclean lips, and I dwell among unclean people. Therefore, Abayawa sent one of the seraphims, go and wash his mouth for me. Go and remove those filthy things in order for him to be able to carry my word. In order for him not to be go and be prophesying the prophecy of the dragon and of the beast. Right away said it said the angel, the seraphim, took the coal from the altar of Jehovah and touched his mouth and said, your sin is purged away. All those uncleanness that's going to be making you to see it today, tomorrow you miss it, he removed all. So what was the prophecy? He begins with the coming king. The coming king. The coming king. The birth of the biblical Messiah. That's how he started. He's one of the powerful major prophets. He never makes no prophecy because his mouth is been cleansed. But this one mouth filled with flog. So unclean spirit, which is the dragon was in TB Joshua, he never came out one day to say, I'm sorry. No. He made the lie. That is what we quickly want to see now. John 8:44, I quoted that already. Jeremiah 28, go and see how Abayawa killed the prophet that was misleading his people. Because you're going to be deviating our attention from Jehovah and giving it to the dragon. And Abayawa is a jealous God. And he cannot share his glory. And actually, that's what TB Joshua was doing, taking your attention from the real Abayawa and giving it to dragon. You know, that is giving him power to be doing all this nonsense. Okay. Now, how is he making a false prophet, making a lie? Now, this should be white. I would say it's black. That is lie. Okay. I make lie. I tell lies. Okay. Now, how to make lie? Now, TB Joshua. Oh no. TB Joshua. Oh no. TB tuberculosis. Okay. Temi Tokpe Balogun or Fatayo or TB tuberculosis make many lies. You know, after he have told that lie, the first lie he make, he quickly deleted it. He want to hide his, wickedness. And another lie he make after Hillary Clinton narrow win failed with prophecy. What did he do? He now begin to lie, make it a lie, and say many Christians now begin to give excuse that many Christians prayed for Larry Clinton not to win, rather for Donald Trump to win. He said Christian was the one change his prayer. Christian was the one use prayer to change his prayer. Christian was they now begin to even using Jonah to defend to say Jonah prophesy and say Yahweh is gonna kill the whatever afterward Yahweh did thunder strike you all that believe that nonsense. Thunder is gonna strike you all in Yahweh's mighty name because Hillary is unbeliever and Donald Trump a father was. And Yahweh don't prophesy for politicians. No, it's separate. We see he separated it. Give what belongs to Caesar, and what belongs to Yahweh. He put asunder. We have no dealings at all with them. Now, for Jonah, what Jonah did, Jonah prophecy came to pass because they believe him is a true man of Yahuwah. They believed when he prophesied, he must be so. So that put fears into them. They repented. Abayawa said, come on now, I'm a merciful father. They repented, I can't kill them anymore. And Jonah said, was it not why? Was this not why I was running away from you? Because I know you are a merciful father. Because when he repents, but what was the reaction of Jonah? Jonah said, I want to die. Because you now make me like a false prophet. You now make me now. He said, no, I don't want to live. It felt it so bad. TB Joshua will not feel anything. He will still come to make a lie. He will be giving you excuses. Now this one cause the other one cause like the COVID-19. He also make a lie and say he never say. He just prophesy very clear and say, I don't want to be playing nobody's video and say that one ray is going to fall and the ray is going to wipe away coronavirus away from the earth. March 27, coronavirus will be gone. We waited. I know it was as soon as I heard that professor uploaded that, I said, you are a liar. It can't be. I don't even need to wait for that day before I will do what I want to do. And it was so the way I said it was so. Okay? He never come to pass. So after March 27, nothing. In fact, it got worse. In fact, we also planning for another. Yesterday now we enter another quarantine. Yes, because it grew high again. Now, what did the TB Joshua do? He now also come to make another lie and say he never said that it is the whole world that is going to receive deliverance one time. He said that it is only Wuhan. The rain is going to fall for Wuhan. Deliverance is going to start from there. How can you prophesy for people that doesn't even believe in Bible? There is no. In fact, China, they eat all kinds of abominable things. You are not prophesying and say, if my people that I call by my name will repent and forsake their ways and forsake their wicked ways and seek my face, then I'm going to hear from holy heaven. I will forgive their sins. I will heal their land. For the land to be healed, first of all, you need to forsake your evil way. And again, you need to fast, which is humble. Again, you need to confess your sin. And again, by your one needs to forgive you first. And before the healing will come, come on now, do we see that glory in China? No, China is a land of idolater. They worship all kinds of nonsense. So that is how this guy is making a lie. That was the vision about Yahweh revealed unto me. I also narrated it that when you see that March 27 is here, nothing happened. Right away, run into his room. He carries his tailoring machine because the cloth was so torn into pieces. He keep patching. He keep patching. The more he patch, the more he get the tear get worse. The more he patch, the more the tear get worse. In that vision, I asked, what is TB Joshua doing? I bet Yahweh said he's trying to make another lie. He's trying to patch it up, bringing out another story to cover the lies. He said, but the more he tried to do that, the more the secret keep exposing. We all know he couldn't cover it. So this is how he make a lie, a double face of TB Joshua lies. All right, now I want to also hit on one important point, like the place I keep, the one I started with that they said they saw TB Joshua in heaven, but TB Joshua is disturbing there. This one guy in Italy, this Asian guy, was crying and all this. Why was that spirit? Because that spirit has not yet been judged by Abba Yahuwah, okay? So that spirit was trying to penetrate because TB Joshua is gone, their carrier is gone. So it's like, of course, they are empty, they are in a dry place, nowhere to dwell, and they always dwell in humans. So that was why that spirit was so pepper body, so, running here, so frustrated, running there, trying to look. I saw Abayawa, if you want to enter this one, all of them that we are seeing that prophecy, that spirit wanted to enter there. Then Abayawa keep chasing all of them away. He keep chasing them. He keep chasing that wicked spirit away from them. He never allowed that spirit to enter them. He said, "Because I'm going to judge you now." Now, when you read the first, when you read the Deuteronomy 18, verses 11 to 12, that is worshiping the dead spirit of that is necromancer. Okay, First Samuel 28 7 to 14. That is where we see only that thing. Okay, don't tell me about Elijah that the bone